If you were to really ask the hard questions, then a lot of religions would be uprooted. A lot of religions would be looked at in a bad light because they don't practice God. They practice religion. They practice get on the same page as me or be killed. They practice, if you don't believe what I believe, you're going to hell. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so thankful y'all are here. I pray you can find home here, and if so, welcome. My last video, I seen a lot of people unsubscribe from my channel after I posted it, and it made me kind of realize that a lot of people are still trapped in this idea that God and religion are the same thing. God and religion are not the same thing. Religion is a man-made structure that helped to promote unity, that helped to promote similarity and uniformity, and kind of like a culture within certain nations, within certain places, so that there wasn't so much difference. There wasn't so much individual thinking and, uniqueness within that nation, because it's easier to control people. It's easier to establish, not dominance, it's easier to establish law where everybody thinks and believes the same things. So religion, not only Christianity, but all religions are in place to create a sense of oneness so that physical people, places, and things are easier to create laws for, create a sense of, we know what this is, we can label this, we can understand where somebody else may be coming from because they're Christian. We can feel closer to somebody because they're Christian and they share the same beliefs. And so a lot of religions forced people to convert to their religion for this sense of stability, for this sense of safety and oneness, even if that meant killing off people or, destroying their land or doing what they had to do in order to make people join a certain religion. All religions have had points in time where they need everybody to be on one accord. So if you don't subscribe to this religion, off with your head, okay? So that's religion. When it comes to God, God is the reason why we're here. God is the driving nature behind the weather, animals, and the natural things of this world. God is the reason why plants grow on their own. All we got to do is water it, give it some sunlight, and we don't have to do anything else. God is the reason why our hearts are still beating in our chest. God is an individual relationship with the energy within, with the energy that is. It's that being energy. So when we talk about God and religion, the reason religion is so powerful is because they've used the spirit and the nature of God to control people, to put fear in people. Religion uses control, manipulation, and fear under the name of God. I'm not saying that all religious people are manipulative. I'm not saying that all religious people do bad things, but ultimately religion has gotten away with a lot of trauma, a lot of abuse, all under the name of God sent us. God would want this to happen. God this and God that. So they're basically using God's name in vain. And I also find it funny that Christianity specifically basically says that the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy, yet we've killed people who didn't convert. Many families to this day are dealing with separation and trauma and unhealed wounds because of religion, because we don't believe the same thing. So I don't care who you are to me, I don't want you in my life, So the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy, yet we see all this killing, this stealing and destroying within religion, and we just ignore it. We have to look at reality for what it is. A lot of people to this day are committing abuse and then going back to the Bible to validate why they're allowed to abuse their partner, their children. Trauma can happen in any place. Trauma can happen in school. Trauma can happen if you out driving and you get in an accident. Trauma can happen if you somewhere getting your hair done and something crazy happened. Trauma can happen anywhere, but religion uses the name of God to blanket over everything they do. You cannot question religion. You cannot question me. You must follow religion blindly, because if you were to really ask the hard questions, then a lot of religions would be uprooted. A lot of religions would be looked at in a bad light because they don't practice God. They practice religion. They practice get on the same page as me or be killed. They practice, if you don't believe what I believe, you're going to hell. Religion makes people believe that there's somebody that can see your eternal destiny. They can see what God is going to do to you. They can somehow punish you because they have a closer relationship with God, and you should just submit to their abuse. You should just submit to whatever religion is telling you. A lot of us are still in that mindset of convert or be killed, submit or be killed and stoned and burned on the crosses, all this type of stuff. So it's understandable why we still have that fear of not subscribing to religion. People before us could not stand up and say, hey, I don't subscribe to that religion, because they would literally be killed. They would be the outcast. They would be that one person who's used as an example. But now we can stand up and say, I don't subscribe, and not be killed. Maybe things will happen to us socially, but ultimately we can all believe in different things and not see it as life or death. You know, we can agree that we have differing perspectives and not see it as something that will completely hinder the ability to have a relationship with each other. But a lot of people, like I said, are still stuck in that fearful mindset. They can't question religion. They can't question this. They can't do anything outside of the box of religion, because it's not about God punishing you. It's about another human punishing you, killing you, taking your resources, taking over your land, you know, things like that. So my channel is to bring light to traumas that may happen in religious households, in narcissistic households and stuff like that. And truthfully, religion helps narcissism. I'm not saying everybody is a narcissist in religion, but when you use such a powerful energy and spirit such as God and fear to tell people why they should think like them, why they should subscribe to that religion, you create a lot of fearful people who are scared to step outside of the box, people who are fearful of what will happen to them if they stand up and say, hey, truthfully, on my heart, I don't believe that. And so you have a lot of people who practice religion who don't fully believe it, but who are too scared to say that they don't, who are too scared to accept within themselves that they have questions or that things don't sit right, because they still have this idea that if I question religion, I'm going to hell. If I question my pastor, if I question my family, my parents, then I'm going to hell for some reason. I'm personally not surprised about losing subscribers over my last video, but again, it just kind of reminded me that not everybody is ready to fully dive into healing religious trauma, healing narcissistic trauma, because it does require you to look at the mindsets and the beliefs that once gave you a sense of worldly stability. It requires you to look at how you were raised and what you were fed to believe, and really question if that's truly helping you, truly benefiting you to live a life that feels abundant, to live a life that's actually serving others, serving God, serving the spirit within. Or is it just allowing you to stay safe in the fear of being killed off for not subscribing to a certain religion? So that's really all I have to say. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.